Good evening, everyone. I am Vlad. This is Pepsi Center, Burgundy Rainbow post-game show. Okay, the Avs are here on this Friday night to welcome in the Nashville Predators. Avs are on the second half of a back-to-back. Predators also on a second half of a back-to-back. Let's go ahead and dive right in. For a game that had all the makings of what could potentially be a potential playoff matchup between the Preds and the Avs, aside from the final score and some other nonsense, this game essentially lived up lived up to its billing. Preds are top seed in the Western Conference. Avs are currently in the wild card spot. How did a wild card team that was essentially written off at the start of the season fare against the runner-up to the Stanley Cup champion? Well, here's how that all went down. And for those that may be paying attention, NHL.com really is, well, Z's right. Because it's not giving me the stance I need. Okay, let's get to it. Predators got the first goal of the game on a. Predators got the first goal of the game here. Colton Sissons scored early on, but a couple of minutes later, Nathan McKinnon would tie the game with his 36th goal of the season. Assists going to Tyson Barrie and Mikko Rantanen. That would be Rantanen's 50th assist. Obviously, a career high for him. Avs and Preds would finish the period tied at 1 goal apiece. Gabe Landeskog would give the Avs their first and only lead of the game, scoring his 23rd goal of the season on a chaotic set of circumstances created by Gabriel Bourque in the crease right in front of goaltender Juuse Saros. Bourque would get an assist on the play, so would defenseman David Warsofsky. Avs lead 2-1. After that, all Nashville. Philip Forsberg would score just about 3 minutes later, in fact, exactly 3 minutes later. And then a few minutes after that, Colton Sissons would get his second goal of the game. Preds would take their 3-2 lead into the second intermission. And in the third, no scoring until an empty net goal by Philip Forsberg towards the end of the game. And that's all she wrote. Final score, Nashville 4, Avs 2. So, on a night where both teams faced back-to-back circumstances, and the Predators starting their backup in Juuse Saros, Avs starting Saman Varlamov for the umpteenth time in a row, because we can't seem to get goaltenders that are healthy backing up Varlamov to play in an actual game. It was good to see that the Avs were able to hang with the Preds for most of the game. There were definitely spots where we could see the skill of the Preds being the top seed in the Central just really shine here. The Preds look like not necessarily a team of I won't say they're a team of destiny, but they are certainly playing like a team that has their eye on the Stanley Cup. So for the Avs to hang with the Preds, and yeah, there were some things that they could have cleaned up in this game, but to hang by and large with the Preds in this game and also in the game a couple of weeks ago that they lost in overtime, that's what you want to see out of this team, to not just be a speed bump on the road to the playoffs, but also put up a fight. And in some cases, there were some scraps tonight, so they put up more of a fight than just on the scoreboard. So there's a lot to like in the big picture, but the fact that the Avs are still playing meaningful hockey at this stage is bonus. I'm almost a little bit out of a loss to how to describe this game. Most people thought that Nashville was going to come in and just take this one, and well, they did. But the Avs gave them a handful. So. Excuse me. The Avs gave them a handful, but there was some definite improvement that needs to take place. Varley does need a break. It's very possible that Spencer Martin will get the call on Sunday afternoon. Jonathan Bernier is skating in practice, but he's not ready to go yet. But it would be nice to see Varlamov get some rest. If the Avs do make the playoffs, they're definitely going to need him to be fresher in goal. I'm not exactly sure where else I can go with this, other than what I've already stated. So let's look at a few more numbers here, real quick. Avs did outshoot the Predators 35-28. So there's that. There's that for you. Looking at how this game impacts the wild card race right now. Currently, the Ducks lead the Red Wings by a score of 3-2. That game is in the second intermission. So if the Ducks hold serve on that, they have they too can leap into the wild card conversation with 84 points. But right now, as is the case with Dallas, the Avs own the tiebreakers with the Ducks. So even with the win, Anaheim will still remain on the outside of the picture because Dallas will have more row. So it'll just kind of create a logjam with the point standings at this point. So that's where things are with the Ducks. The Stars did win. No, they didn't. The Stars did not win tonight. They lost in overtime to the Ottawa Senators, 3-2. The extra point moved them into a points tie again with the Avs, but again, because the Avs own all the tiebreakers, they're still in the second wild card spot there. Calgary Flames did lose to the San Jose Sharks 7-4, so they gained no ground. And in the other game, the Vegas Golden Knights are not following orders, and they are completely off the scoreboard right now. The Wild have control of this game, 3-0. That game is in the middle of the second period. So unless Vegas turns it around, Wild will pick up 2 points, and they will still remain in third place in the division and in the conference, but they will extend their lead to 3 points on both the Avs and the Stars, and potentially the Ducks for point totals in the West. So that's all we've got right now. This is actually the first game of a back-to-back for the Wild. They are in Arizona tomorrow night to face the Coyotes. So that game is coming. Also tomorrow, we will also see the Devils in LA to take on the Kings. And the Rangers will be facing the Blues in St. Louis. So we do have a couple of games that are going to be that could change the conversation tomorrow, but we'll let that bear out, and we'll talk about that on Sunday afternoon. And that's going to do it for me. I think I've said enough for this one. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. I am Vlad. This has been the Burgundy Rainbow postgame show. We did not have a single winner for the March Vladness contest tonight, so we'll just hold the prize over for Sunday, and we'll discuss that on Sunday. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, thank you for watching. For continuing conversation on tonight's contest, head to burgundyrainbow.com, go to Burgundy Rainbow Discord, and head to the GDD channel. And Gregor Jens is asking in the YouTube, he's asking what was the right answer for the question. We're going to just reuse the question for Sunday, so you may find out Sunday. If nobody guesses, I may give the answer. So it is one of those three. So if you missed the question, it is on the Burgundy Rainbow Twitter. It is also on my Twitter account, @thevoiceofvlad. So if you need a refresher on what the question is, head to either my account or the Burgundy Rainbow Discord account. And that's going to do it for me. Stay tuned to BurgundyRainbow.com for continuing coverage and conversation on the Colorado Avalanche. And until Sunday afternoon, I am Vlad. Thank you for watching, and until then, let's go Avs.